Okay, sir. Then I think let's just go ahead. You go ahead with the presentation. It's
Okay.
fine. We will manage.
This all
So
is
before you start, let me just welcome everyone. Just keep let's have 1 minute and then we will start.
okay.
Meanwhile, I will introduce everyone to the February SGTSDI virtual talk. And today we have here Dr. D.P. Dobhal, and who is a retired scientist and a glaciologist from Wadia Institute of Geology. He started his research career in 1986 as a research scholar at the Defense Trend Research Lab Dehradun. And since then, he has been associated with glaciological research program and has been working in the Himalayan glaciers. He has a PhD in glaciology, and having a vast experience in the field of glaciology, he has explored the importance of Himalayan glacier systems and created various new research opportunities for young researchers. And he has, of course, been PI of several sponsored projects. He has been honored with the prestigious Heroes of the Environment. Presently, he is associated with several institutions, universities, and government agencies in different capacities, and he is a consultant glaciologist currently. So, with that brief introduction, may I now invite Dr. Dobhal to present his talk on Uttarakhand disaster, special reference to Joshimath Subsidence.
Thank you, Santanu.
Sir, over to you.
Good afternoon, everyone, and welcome to my presentation on recent subsidence in Joshimath. As this is flashing on your the screen. So I am a glaciologist and working in the Himalaya and other mountain areas. So somehow I got a lot of experience about the such type of hazards, such type of the activities. So after this evidence, this subsidence in Joshimath is started since long back. But in September, August, September, after the during the monsoon period, it just accelerated, and lot of cracks, fissure, uh, observed in the buildings, hotels, roads, and everywhere. And after in the last week of January, this phenomenon has a little bit enhanced, and lot of new cracks and subsidence processes have increased. Even lot of hotels, big hotels, also tilted. And then I also visited this area because for your kind informations, I belong this area also. My schooling, I have completed my schooling in the Joshimath only, 6 to 12. So I know the area very well, and I have always observed such type of this thing like that. So it is I have made a small presentation, not a big, just going through the Joshimath area. Sorry. So just I will give a small introduction of about the Uttarakhand, where the Joshimath is situated. Uttarakhand is one of the state of Himalaya, out of 12 state unitary of Himalaya. And if you see in the entire Himalaya, right from your Karakoram to Namcha Barwa, and we climatically we divide into three parts: Eastern Himalaya, Central Himalaya, and Western Himalaya, based on the moisture source and other topographic condition. So it lies.
Sir, I'm sorry, sir. The slides are not moving. You need to, go to the slides and click manually on the next slide.
Yeah. I will do that. So this is little about the Joshimath. It is lying in the central Himalaya and also known as the Devbhumi. As it is very important, Uttarakhand is very important for the pilgrim place and even the high mountain areas and climbers, and you can say that it is a big snowbound area also. So this is a little bit about the area is almost 53,000 square kilometer. The elevation varies from 200 to 7,000 7,000 meter. And the beauty of this state is it is almost 90% area is the mountain and hilly terrain. Only 8% area is the plain area, and out of that, this 92%, 65% is forest area, and 10% area is the snow covered area. This is just like I have given three slides. One is the topography, another is geology, and third one is the hydrological system. So if you talk about the topography, the as I already told that this is a mountain area. 90% of area is mountains with a large, and you can say the elevation ranges is very wide, right from 200 to 7,000 meter, 1,000 meter. So there a lot of things are there, and the geologically it is also very fragile. I don't want to discuss too much about geology because I know that most of the audience are from the geological background and they know better than me because I am a glaciologist, and I have little bit not much work in the geological part, but that you can see in the picture geological map of this Uttarakhand area, which is by modified after Wadia 1984. And the third one is the hydro system of the Uttarakhand. It is very rich, as you know about this area. This area is high area is bounded by snow and ice. And in Uttarakhand, particularly in the Uttarakhand area, there are more than 900 glaciers, which is the placed third in the Indian part of Himalaya. Maximum glacier, as must know that in the Himalayan Indian part of Himalaya, there are 9,700 glaciers, and maximum concentration of glacier.
Sir, we can't see the slides moving. Sir, the slides are still on the first slide.
Okay. Now?
No. So, sir, the thing is, I think you have shared you have not shared the full screen, and somehow you have opened up you have made your slides in presentation mode. That is where it is changing, but that is not being shared.
Okay.
So you have to essentially go to the PowerPoint itself, not the presentation. You can
okay.
you can escape
please just wait. Just wait. I'm. Now it is here? No.
No, sir, not yet.
Here. I don't know what happening. Sorry. I open the slide. Okay, then it is. Present now. What happening?
Yes, sir. Now you can simply, keep on. That's fine, sir. This is fine. Don't do stop sharing.
Okay, okay, okay.
Sir, that was fine. Now just open up the presentation and keep on like you have been doing. Do the presentation. Now you open your PowerPoint, sir. Please open your PowerPoint, sir. Yes, now you can go to the slide mode like you have been doing. Stop sharing. Don't click to stop sharing.
Okay.
Sir, just here on the cup. Click on the cup and you will be just write what we. सर ठीक था ना सर आप पावर पॉइंट पे जाइए एक बार प्लीज
Yeah.
हाँ अभी इस पे जो कप है ना नीचे उस पे क्लिक कर दीजिए उस पे नहीं सर आपके पावर पॉइंट पे ही हाँ उसको आप क्रॉस कीजिए हाँ इस पे नीचे जो हाँ और थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट में सर और थोड़ा सा लेफ्ट में इधर हाँ सर हाँ राइट एग्जैक्टली फैंटास्टिक सर अभी आप यू जस्ट क्लिक ऑन हाँ सर फैंटास्टिक इट वर्क्स हाँ सर
so should I start again or
नहीं सर आप बोलिए जहां से आप बोल रहे थे
okay so the higher area of the Uttarakhand is the totally completely snow and ice cover about 10% of total area, and you know that this is the one of third place in the snow and ice cover in the Indian Himalaya after J&K and Himachal. So maximum, as you know, in the Himalayan area there are more than 9,000 glaciers, and out of that, the maximum concentration of glacier in the J&K Himalaya, followed by the Himachal and then Uttarakhand. And as you move towards the eastern side, the concentration of glacier is decreased, and it is very less in the eastern Himalaya. You can say the Sikkim and Arunachal Himalaya. This is due to the uneven distribution of glacier. Glacier in the Himalaya is due to its topography, as it is extend between 26 degree altitude to 36, and the climatically we have two moisture source. One is the Indian monsoon, and another is the westerlies. So Indian monsoon is generally our start from the eastern Himalaya and move to the western side, and that's why the maximum precipitation is in the eastern Himalaya, then central Himalaya, then you go to western Himalaya. And the same way reversely, in the winter there are westerlies that just start from the Caspian Sea and like that, and then move to the western Himalaya, and the maximum snowfall is in the J&K Himalaya, Himachal, and then central Himalaya. And that's why central Himalaya is the transition zone of the transition zone. So due to this characteristic feature, it receives equal amount of the precipitation in the summer and in the winter also. So that's why. And another thing is that because there is a good precipitation in winter and good precipitation summer precipitation, it has a lot of the number of glaciers, the quality of glaciers, you can say, are a little bit different to other part of that, because lot of glacier are debris cover, the distribution is also good. And in case of this, again we come to Uttarakhand, the maximum concentration of glacier in the Alaknanda Valley, where it is 400, and followed by the Kali Ganga in the eastern part of the Uttarakhand, then Bhagirathi, and then Yamuna. There are number of glaciers are very large, like your Gangotri Glacier, which is almost 30 kilometer long, followed by your Nanda Devi Glacier, which is Nanda Devi North, Nanda Devi South, Sadopant Glaciers, even you can say the Millam Glacier. There are number of glaciers. These all glaciers are the preliminary source of water, and they feed and four river systems like your Yamuna, Bhagirathi, Alaknanda, and Kali Ganga. They have originate from the from these glaciers only. Second thing is that the important thing is that these whatever the river are originating in the area is the in the only in the our state. There is no controversy in the water and biasness in water because other side it is the some glaciers coming from if you go the eastern Himalaya, Arunachal Pradesh, the most of water is coming from the Tibet side. The same is the in the eastern Himalaya, uh, western Himalaya. The Indus is also getting lot of water from the Tibetan plateau because the origin of the Indus and this Satluj is only from the Mount Sarovar area. So this Ganga is the one of the river which just originated in the Himalaya and flow throughout the land of the India. So that's why this is very important. And Uttarakhand is also rich for the glacier area, and that's why there are a lot of hydro project is going on. Some hydro project is also running. So this is about the glaciers, and of course, as you know that the glaciers are retreating. The same thing is happening in this area also. So this is little bit about the glacier of Uttarakhand, which is one of the resource of the water, perennial water resource of the state. So another one is you can see if you say if you say about the hazards and like that, the this higher area where the glaciers are dominated, snow cover is dominated, the such type of the some hazards are also there like your avalanches, landslide, creeping type, subsidence type. You can see this all the photographs that clearly shows the what happening in the higher yellow Himalaya also. So in the if you call about the hazards of the Uttarakhand or Himalaya, there are mainly three source of the such type of hazards. One is earthquake, which is one of the well-known source of the hazards and this, and particularly in the Garhwal Himalaya, there are three noted big earthquake is there. First one is 18.3. You call the Garhwal earthquake. The magnitude was 7.8. Another earthquake, the Uttarkashi earthquake, 1991. Magnitude was 6.6. And another one is the 1990 Chamoli earthquake. The magnitude was 6.8. So it is always in the graph of the earthquake and like that, and lot of small tremors, and this one is all of the magnitude of the 3 to 4. It always there. So this is also the one of the causes of the more disaster in the Uttarakhand area. Second is precipitation. As I already told, it has a good moisture source in the winter. You can say that throughout the year it is wet. So the rain, which is also create a lot of flash flood, cloud burst, landslide, land degradations, and some of the latest. I'm not talking you the going to you back. The recent year in 89, the Malwa landslide is very well known. The another is the Banaras landslide in Uttarkashi district 2003 is also well known, and one is the one of 1970s 1970 Alanda flood, which was a cloudburst type flood, and this flood was so uh, you can say worse. The impact of this flood was up to the Rishikesh, about you can say 300 kilometers from its origin place to the Rishikesh. So this was one of the flood which weakened the area, and that was one of the reason of the toe cutting the Joshimath area, which I will discuss later on. Third one is the snow, as we know that, and I told you that we have a large area of snow and cover, and lot of this hazards due to the avalanche, debris flow, rock fall, glacial lake outburst. One of the major problem in the Himalaya nowadays, because lot of lake are forming due to the high melting, and also due to the debris cover which block the water and form the lakes. And this is one of the very alarming situation in the Himalaya, the formation of lake and the and lake outburst. And recently we have a two three example. You can see the 2013 there was a big uh, avalanche in the just upper area of the Kedarnath temple, and which make a vast this we can say hazard in the lower area, and about 5,000 people's casualty has been occurred, and lot of infrastructure has been lost. The second was in the 2017 in the Neel Lake. It was formed in the near the Gangotri glaciers, and it has also wasted in the 2017. Third one is the recent one is February 2001 when ice avalanche triggered in the Rothiganga, Rishiganga area, and that had also hit the down area and bring lot of sediments in the rivers. And in this phenomena of this Joshimath uh, subsidence is also related to the one of the reason of this flood. And the second latest one is 4 October 2022 when a big snow avalanche has occurred in the Draupadi Gadana where the about 30 or 33 mountain have lost their life because there was a training program of Nehru Institute of Mountaineering for the people who are interested in they train the people for the mountaineering like that. And suddenly there was a big snow avalanche. It was a avalanche because of a week before their movement there was a heavy snowfall, and this fresh snowfall triggered a big avalanche. So these are some of the example of recent uh, uh, hazards in the Uttarakhand, and the source of the and also source of the this hazards. So now we come to the recent disaster in the Joshimath. As actually the Joshimath is located on the left bank of the Bhagirathi River and Alanda River, and it is mostly sitting over the you can say as a loose material. Sometimes it may be on the glacial material, old glacial materials, where the number of this loose metal is there, and number of the massive with the massive boulders. So this area is almost elevated between the 1,400 in the Bishprag area where the river Alanda, and up to 7,800 meter. It is you know the Oli and Oli Gorson is the alpine area and snowbound area also. So the upper reaches is also the general gradient and thick cover of debris, pro-glacier landform, and receive the considerable snowfall in the winter, which recharge the your groundwater spring streams of Joshimath area. First, Joshimath area is also a historical area as it is a gateway of the, you can say the Badrinath and Hemkund Saiba, Sarain, and Nanda Devi National Park, and lot of the peak are there. The people go there for climbing and like that. And top of that, it is a border area. It is very close to our border. Then it is important from the point of view of safety and security. So that's why, and it is most of that. It is a fast-growing town. Now it is going to become a city-like. So the things are going on. Such things are going on is a unical and alarming situation for the stability of the town. Before we go to the causes to find the causes of this, we have some. We must know about the historical evidences of Joshimath. How the Joshimath is, as I already told you, it is situated on the Moric deposit, considered loose and considered mass of the rock fragments, massive boulders. It also, which also indicate that that during the last quaternary period, you can say the 20,000, 10,000, 20,000, the glacier and pelvic activities are very extensive there, and that's why this this is not only Joshimath area. If you move upward side of the Joshimath, you got the land feature, the villages. Most of the villages are sitting over the such type of deposit. Himalayan Gensar 1939 first reported in the career of geological map and other geographical map of the this area, and they uh, they, they reported the area is debris laden slope and dominated by the massive boulders. Boulders. So hence it is, or it may be, it is very vulnerable to landslide and like that. But the threat is become alarming after 1976 when a big landslide triggered in the Joshimath area, near mid of Joshimath area, which was uh, active up to the 90s. Now it is a little bit established, but it is also fragile in the area. And that time a committee was considered by the state government, and this committee probably properly known as Misra Committee 97, and they have given to a solid recommendation that the further construction in the area should be made only after the examination of the stability of the site. And second, the second recommendation was the restriction should be placed on execution of the slope. But it is never considered seriously. And since then, a gradual subsidence, including the soil creeping, land slide, cracks, fissure, and displacement of the boulder are gradually reported. The town is also witnessed an unprecedented scale of the infrastructure development. As I told you, that this is a city which is growing very fast in the development also, and in the population also. So the consequences of that, it is precisely stabilized debris laden slope become extremely sensitive towards the natural and anthropogenic interventions. So this is the as background story of the Joshimath, and not of Joshimath. You can correlate this also in the higher area of the surrounding area of the Joshimath, which are bearing such type of the land feature and climatic system. So this is the photographs of Joshimath. You can see that this is you can see the Joshimath is it is just like a fan. You can say fan, or you can say a triangular shape. Two ridges are mainly in the east. It is the Parsari ridge. You can say ridge, and another ridge is the you can say Selang ridge. Between that, this whole Joshimath is sitting over that. This area, you can see that there was I told Marwadi, JP, and Manor Vaya. The slope are more smoothly running, whereas in the eastern part of Joshimath, below Joshimath, above Joshimath, there is the slope is sometimes convex type and concave type, and the break in slope you can also see there. So this the movement of the mass is more in the western side than the eastern side. That's why maximum this damages took place this area only. And this you can say this is the Marwadi Bridge, the NS4. You can say the NS4 National Highway NS4, and this is a new bypass is planning to Helang to this was, and then this Joshimath area was left by the you can say most of the pressure of the vehicle and like that. So it is fine. And this area, the toe area, the toe this is the along the river. You can see the this area is more vulnerable to for landslide and subsidizing area. So if this area will be more active, it will move more faster than all the mass hidden resting over the higher area, it will slowly move down. So this is the one of the feature of the Joshimath area. This is a photograph taken by me only when I visited this area. So this is the Google map of that. You can see that this is Joshimath area, and Joshimath municipal have divided into three ward, because I'm just using this term ward so that you will be able to understand quickly where the area is more more hazards, more damages. This is Singhdar ward, you can say Marwadi, this Manohar Bagh, this Sunil. This area is more mostly affected area of the present this phenomena. This is along the river. You can see that, and this is the junction of the Bhagirathi, Dwaliganga and Alanda. Here you can do it is Vishnu Prayag, one of the Prayag of the Uttarakhand out of four Prayags. So this is I have tried to make some slow map, aspect map, because I couldn't did much job that, but this is little bit that. That you can see that this is a slope map of Joshimath, and the slope generally varies from 14 degree to 15 degree, 45 degree. So 45 degree is very almost high for the mass movement and gravity flow. And most of the slope are mostly north and north oriented. And the slope is mostly there. Another is the this is the drainage system of the Joshimath area. There are almost nine perennial streams, which are coming from the high reaches of the Joshimath. You can see that these all the streams, small streams, which are the source of the water, domestic water, and agriculture. People use for agriculture and domestic purpose. So this is the topographic, geological, hydrological condition of the Joshimath area. So next is the now we come to the main point. What is the causes of Joshimath? What is the causes of this subsidence which has aggregated suddenly? So one is the cause is the haphazards and unplanned development of the area. You know that there is a heavy work of construction work is going on. The buildings, roads, and everything is going on, and this area is uh, situated on the fragile mountain slope, which is also maybe because the carrying capacity may be lost due to the heavy construction like that. Second point, what we observe that is the poor drainage system. It has been observed that there is no except this stream, otherwise no any this drainage system is there. The rainwater, household wastewater, and other sources seeping directly. There is no proper drainage, sewage, no drainage. The people are just using water, and the water is flowing where it get the slope. So this it is slipping below the ground and result a high poor pressure condition in the soil, thereby reducing the shear strength and overburden of soil. This is assumed to be the region of slope instability in the area. Third one is which is the new one in the new phenomena is occurred in the area is the puncturing of aquifer. Whatever I have told you, the drainage system, all the seepage water is somewhere is collected from aquifer, and when it was got a lot of volume and couldn't bear the volume, it just punctured or it just burst, and this water is flow out in the lower area of this Joshimath, which also create in the way of their flowing some subsidence, cracks, fissure, swell creeping uh, in the JP colony and this Marwadi area, which I have shown in the last picture. Where is the Marwadi and JP colony? This is JP colony is also new settlement of the made by the JP Hydro project of the Lamgarh Vishnu Hydro project. The next one is the toe cutting. As I told you, a big river, this are flowing in the bottom of the city, and it always there is always a flooding and getting lot of sediment and like that. Just hit the base of the Joshimath, and the continuous toe cutting is there, and the for that a lot of landslides subsidence occurring in the area, and once your base is weak, the area is almost in the slopes, so all the material will slowly move to downwards. So this is one of the major uh, 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 cause of the this Joshimath subsidy. What we actually we have I have also visited the area and take some interview of the local people what they think about this. So it is the people of this area generally say that the area is become fragile more after the 2001 2020 Rishiganga flood, when it hit the 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 bank of the hit the lower area of the town, and lot of the old slide reactivated, and the river Nala of Ravigram and Nogong river was also increased the sliding and erosion and these all things. So they are just blaming to the one thing is this 2021 Rishiganga flood. Another they are also blaming to the hydro project. So the impact of hydro project we can't be denied, because this is not a question of only to making the tunnel. This is also a question of they are also considering making the heavy construction in the area for their stations, for their the workshop, for their for settlement. The lot of this infrastructure work is going on. So they damage the natural slopes, and this may be one of the causes of this greater destruction in the area, because this is one of the another factor of this the enhancement of this subsidies in Joshimath. Third one is the uh, mushrooming uh, construction of the multi-story buildings. Lot of buildings are going on, and the building are in the hilly area. You will surprise the building are 4, 5 stories, 6 story, and the base is sitting over the loose material. So that's why the lot of the this hotel buildings are also tilted. And second was the networking of the road. There are a complete net of the roads. In 16 and 7, you can even the 2000, 2000 before it became the state, there were only 2 and 3 road are there. One road is NS, that is the mostly NS. One is the for Badnath area, one is the Malari area for border area. Now there is a number of uh, road has been constructed. Some to go to locally, and even to the many shortcut road and like that. This over the Sunil area, Oli area, and the building are also considered in the high reaches also in the Oli area, which is completely the alpine zone, and very weak. You can say the basement is only the perennial proglacial sediments. So another is the people also say the toe erosion is one of the factors, and so the gradual subsidence development of minor cracks, fissure in the in built structure, soil erosion or surface flow is meltwater is common. Now it is a common phenomenon. They say that this happening since long back, but now it is accelerated due to the some of this type of construction work and development. So what we observed as the ground subsidence, soil creeping, cracks and fissure, development of the crack in the building, house and road, tiltation of the building and buildings, mostly the hotel, big hotels, and land subsidence. Soil erosion, infrastructure damage in the lower reaches of uh, lower reaches, like you can say Marwadi and JP colony, by the by puncturing of this aquifer. So Sunil area, Singdar area, Gandhinagar area, Manohar Bagh, and Marwadi area, JP colony area, are most affected. The aquifer was water discharge near JP colony. It was just open near the JP colony, and that time the initially the discharge was 6 liter per minute uh, per liter per this mint. So now it is decreases. So the it was a very you can say that the flowing of such type of water which is completely muddy, not clean water, muddy water, sludgy water, and which has make the lot of damages in this area. The even the cracking the wall, uh, upliftment of the flooring tiles and like that. But lot of this thing has gone. But now it is stopped. All the water has been uh, discharged. There is nothing now. It is come now a general flow of the stream. So another one is the subsidence in the different pockets. It is also this area also, but beside that, the Joshimath area, main market area, some is the Redgram area, Gandhinagar area. This type of uh, this type of cracks and in the wall and floor is obvious to all the areas. Overall damage house of the popular is extensive, and there is no place which does not affect. Malab, you can say that whole Joshimath is affected by this subsidence and cracking problem. This aquifer aggravate the more subsidence. That's why this Manorwag area, Gandhinagar area, and this Moradi area was most affected, worst affected area. And the last one is the improper drainage system. That also play important role to create this uh, hazards in the calamity in the area. So there are some more picture you can see that how the cracks are developing the houses. You can see that there's most of the crowd this cracks we have observed that they are along the main ridge of the main ridge slopes. So the if we consider in the tunnel alignment, that the all the cracks are also that along the tunnel along the tunnel alignment, and the cracks are can be measured up to the 100 meter, 50 meter, something. Some are the more 100 meter, and if because this is the step undulating surface, so the cracks are also in the different way. So you can see the cracks in the buildings also. You can see the building. Actually, Joshimath is the have a massive boulder concentration, and you can say that this is a city of boulders. So there are a lot of boulders. The people have made their houses over on the boulder only. You can see that this is a big boulder, and this is the its foundation. So now boulder is shaking and displacing. Definitely the house has got the cracks. So this is the one of the problem. This is another thing. You can see that there is a floor tiles is also just uplifted, breaking, and the number of cracks are developing. And you can see this is one of the house where the foundation is very weak. Nothing, no big foundation, and below that it is steep slope and totally some loose material also there. Only the glacial loose and consolidated materials. And this is the you can say that this is uh, also the sliding area, old sliding area. You can see the by this tree, LS tree, which is indicator of the the flood and landslide. So this is there. So sometime if this is again reactivate, so this will come down definitely. So you see that this is a big boulder which are also fractures. You can see that the water is pouring inside, and due to the temperature differences like that, it is thrown. And you can see the tiltation of the they made a small cave house store for storage purpose uh, in the floor of the boulders, and now it is little bit tilted and compressed. You can see also, and the substance is also over the road. Another is you can see the cracks on the surface. You can see the on the road. It is like that, almost 2 feet and 6 inch deep, and some cracks are also developing in the houses all over the Joshimath. You can find this such type of cracks all the buildings uh, all over the Joshimath area also. Some of the cracks you can see there here. You can see this is the field, an agricultural field. You can see that they all are in the aligned east to west side there, and the about 12 inch, 10 inch wide, and the length is no limit. It depends on the this topography. If there is a plain area, so the length of the extension of the cracks move ahead, and if there is some disturbances there, then these cracks are wider, and again another cracks are another side of this. You can see that there is something a gap area. This is a building house house wall, and this is you can see the number of boulders are there. The people are the people use this boulder here only and make their wall and their houses over that. And now it is cracking it is completely detached from the main contact of the rocks and like that. So this is one example of tilting a hotel. These are two big hotels, and it is tilted. Now it is demolished completely because they are danger to the people, the houses just below these hotels. So you can see the such type of big hotel has been made there only. So even this is not needed in this is in such type of topography and such type of climate. So people are making that. So now we are suffering the lot of uh, this hazards in the area. This you can see this is the hotel buildings, and this is the road. This road it is completely detached from the this wall. So it is a big gap. Even the width is almost 1 feet, but it is almost 5 6 meter deep. So you can see it is the foundation of hotel is completely detached from the main from the land. Sure, and this is some of the substance in the roads also there. This is throughout the area. This is the base of the Joshimath town near along the river. You can see the lot of subsidence, mass movement. This landslide, small landslide is there. These are becoming danger day by day, and it will be more aggressive when the in the summer when the river discharge will be more. That time they will erode more. This is the summer water level. When in the monsoon time, the water level is almost this this area. Now even nowadays this is less water, and the water level is down. But in the summer, the general water level is here. Sometimes up to they reach up to here also. And when the water flow in this level, they just start to erode the things. You can say some of the nalas, streams coming from the Joshimath, they are also meeting here, and they are also eroding the soft sediments here. So this and this, they are just combined the energy, or you can say the you. to create a more hazards in this area, landslide and like that. So this is just now is small, and these are some of the our uh, session. You can say summary that it is we must be stop this infrastructure development more, make the your buildings and as per the capacity carrying capacity of the land. And secondly, the detailed survey must be done in the priority basis, prepare a risk and hazard generation map of the area which are the most potential for the hazards. So then we can make the program accordingly. One other thing is that these areas, the geological, geophysical, geological, geotechnical survey must be there in the decadal scale, or in the maybe in short scale 5 years decadal scale, to collect to develop the baseline data. So at least then you can say that, okay, which area, which area is more potential potential for the disaster, which area is more stable, which area is more landslide prone area where the maximum substitution can be taken place. So this is very needed. Another is the we have also suggested to the government uh, to make a protect wall all along the Alanga River, so that at least they can support to the loose materials um, through the to erosion. Third one, we have also suggested that, okay, we enable to the society to for better understanding and response to risk, and thereby adopt the growing climate change pressure, or your global climate change pressure. You can say that, and you can say the pressure of the in development. Another is the Joshimath area, not in Joshimath, all the areas. There some development, some guidelines must uh, be created to what type of buildings you made there, what type of construction must be there, what are things which we have to avoid. So these are some of the our session. But my last this slide, what I think and my team think, because you know if you see the topography of the Himalaya, mostly in the lesser Himalaya, yeah, where the most of the city and town is there, about 5,000 feet, you can say almost 800 meter or 22,000 meter. This area is very sensitive for the very erosion prone area. You can see that. Yeah. So because of whatever the overburden is there, they are completely loose, and they will, if you do some infrastructure work, some development work, and some you disturb some slope, this all just come down. And another is that deforestation is also the one of the major cause of the such type of disaster in this area. Further, we know that climate change it is one of the big issue and very sensitive factor, changing in the precipitations. So our precipitation pattern is also changing. If you see that in the summer, sometimes there is no rain. If there is rain, it is torrential rain. Before it was the rain which was very slowly, and oh sorry, like very slow. But now there's a lot of changes in the precipitation also. Even in the summer, there is no snowfall, and snowfall is just shifted from the October, November to July, August. Sorry, March, April, which didn't get much time to for considerations. So it is just not very fast. So that's why our glacier are losing the mass also. So there is a need of an integrated approach and emphasis on the terrain stability and natural process, natural resource management, especially in the detailed and multi-temporal mapping in decadal scale of geological, which I have already told you. This will enable to the identify and categorize the land resource under the various category of threats. Uh, this is very much needed, particularly in the Himalayan area, not in the this Uttarakhand Himalaya, Himachal also, even Sikkim Himalaya also, even the JK Himalaya, all the Himalayan belts, which are lying between the in the lesser Himalaya and below the greater Himalaya. Secondly, we have a lot of fault, we have a lot of glaciers, and due to that, lot of glacial, there is some breeze areas. They are just edge of the edge, edge of the landslide. So, so this is you can see that, and slowly it is going up. There is a time when this all the area will be completely landslide prone area. So thank you very much for your kind attention. And if you have any questions, mostly regarding the glacier and Joshimath, so I will be happy to answer that. Thank you.
Thank you very much, Dr. Dobhal, for introducing to a very burning topic as well as something that had got huge media attention as well. So I'm sure there are many questions from the audience. So I open up the forum now for question and answers and discussion. So please raise your hand and ask questions if you have to Dr. Dobhal.
I see Professor Mukhopadhyay is there, Professor Dilip Mukhopadhyay. Sir, you have anything to comment or?
Yes, please.
No, yeah, Professor Dilip Mukhopadhyay from IIT Roorkee. Yes, sir.
Sir, you are on mute.
Sir, you are mute.
Sir, we can't hear you, sir. You're still mute, sir. Oh, okay. So it is not solvable. Okay, meanwhile, sir, you please fix your mic. Meanwhile, I have some questions. This is Antanu, Dr. Dobhal.
Yes, please.
First of all, thank you very much from my side and from all the structural geologists of India to accepting our invitation. So actually, we wanted to also have a general overview of this region and what has exactly happened. So you have very nicely shown everything elaborately, and I'm sure we are enriched now with all these things. Um, Sir, I have the question that you talked about groundwater and other things. So if you have to say a single reason for that, is it is what? It is this, I mean, industrialization, which are not, I wouldn't say industrialization, but work of this JP group, or so it is, okay, let's put it this way. Is it
No, no, no,
anthropological
sir.
or natural?
There is a multi whole region. It is not a single factor. The ground, this aquifer is one of the factors, and one of the things which happened first time in this area and make a big disaster, big damages in the lower reaches. That's why that was due to that. I have told you that drainage system was of this Joshimath town is very poor. The water, household water, and all this all water, there is no proper drainage. The water, of course, because this is the loose material, and the all the water is seepaging, and somewhere is collecting. So it make a aquifer type of this. So this is not only one region. This has escalated the damages. My the this was my say is
Okay.
only was that.
Okay. Thank you, sir. I think Professor Mukhopadhyay is back with his voice, online voice. No, no, now it is not there. Sir, we can't hear you, sir. Jyotirmoy, can you hear Professor Mukhopadhyay?
No, not at all. I can't hear him either. So while Sir fixes up his mic, I think maybe any students, if you have any question. Vinay, if you have a question, please go ahead. Yes, please,
Yes,
Vinay. Yeah.
sir. Can you hear me?
Yeah, yeah.
Yes, you are audible. Please go ahead.
Okay, sir. Good evening to everyone. Sir, my question is, sir, regarding the mitigation. Sir, I think wouldn't it be better if we start evacuating people from Joshimath and then resettle them in the stable regions? Like we can do all the other, like we can do the retaining walls, we can stop the construction work. All this we can do, but sir, it is a matter of time when the whole like Joshimath will subside. So, sir,
Yeah, Biren, you are right.
wouldn't you think that it is a better?
No,
Yes, sir.
the evacuation work is going on. Some of the people have already shifted to the other area, but the whole terrain is like that. You can't evacuate the complete area, and the Joshimath is surrounded by the army people also. There is a brigade, full brigade is there. ITBP is there. If you see the east side of that, completely army brigade is there. In the upper reaches, there is the ITBP. In the western side, towards the you can say Helang and that, some SSB, PAC is there, and in the lower region near Marwadi and this is DGVR is occupied the area. And top of that, there are two big company, hydro project company, Vishnu Prayag, JP company and NTPC. They have also occupied the large areas in the lower area as well as the eastern part of Joshimath. You will surprise that the population of Joshimath is increases manifolded. The population in the 2011 census only 16,000. Now it is reached up to the 48,000. So it is difficult to evacuate all the area, all the people from that side. But those who are in the very horrible condition and very sensitive situation, the evacuation work is going on. Some people are shifted in the Tabovan dark area, and some people are going to families shifted to the people countryside area. The government is searching the area, the places, as there is no much places where you can completely evacuate the Joshimath and ship the whole Joshimath to the another place. It is very difficult in the mountain area.
Okay, thank you, sir. Thank you.
Hello, can you hear me? Hello,
Hello.
can you hear me?
Yes, sir.
But you can't see me, right?
Yeah.
But anyway, Dr. Dobhal, you can't see me. I'm
Yeah,
Dilip.
yeah.
For something has gone wrong. In one of your slides where you had shown the photograph of the geological map or topographic map of Joshimath and surrounding areas.
Yeah.
Could you please go back to that slide?
Again, go to that. Just wait, sir.
No, not this one.
This one, sir.
Next one. Next one.
This one.
Next. Next. In which you have elevation map. That was on elevation map. Elevation map. Just before this.
Is this one?
This one is what is this north pointing downward means? Which way is north?
Actually, sir, yeah, because this is the north sloping, and this is the south, and this north. The town is north sloping towards Badrinath area. The north is like here. So if I will keep in the proper north, the same the photograph you have to just rotate towards that.
Okay.
So this is just say that north is upward side. This is the north sloping area.
Okay, north sloping. Can you go back to that where you have this elevation map of the whole area, not only
Yeah.
Joshimath?
Yeah.
No, not this one. Not this one. We have this. We have this elevation map. The color-coded elevation map. This one. Yeah, this one. It took me quite some time to figure it out. In one map, the higher elevation is warm colors, and the other one, the warm color represents lower elevation.
You are right.
It was completely reversed, and
No,
it
no, no.
was completely stumped.
This
And it took me
depend.
quite some time to figure it out that this legend is very small naturally.
Yeah.
That high ground is blue in the right hand side diagram, and on the left hand side diagram, the brown is higher.
Yeah, you are right, sir. But but this is not like that. This is you can say the satellite imagery.
Yeah, but you should change this. I would suggest that.
Yeah.
Finally, I would make this comment is that I understand this that in the mountains there is a lot of pressure from population growth and infrastructure requirements and so on and so forth. But the problem is that if you construct houses, big houses on moraine, as you said, is going to happen. This is what is going to happen.
Right, sir.
And this moraine, this landslides, they'll have to go on, and that's how the peneplain takes place. Right? There is really no remedial measure.
Right.
The government will spend a lot of money, a lot of people will become rich, but there is no remedial measure. You have to let the landslides take the debris down in the river, and that's how the nature works. You can't fight nature. So there is no remedial measure, absolutely no remedial measure. Actually, one of our students, right, when I joined Roorkee, that time that fellow graduated, he was part of a team that looked into this Joshimath area, and he went up the mountain. Others are all in air-conditioned room, and then he saw these big boulders are going down, and then he came down and said in the meeting that you have to let this landslide go because there is no way you can stop it. And everybody was very unhappy because central government was about to release 120 crores of rupees.
Right.
And he says that there is nothing you can do. You let it go. You let it go into the river. So, as of course, I am not a part of committee or anything, but sometimes you have to let the nature takes its own course.
Oh, sir. That's why I mentioned that the area which are above 5,000 feet, above 5,000 feet, all the area is debris filled land. So
Actually,
so
you are,
so
you
we
are
should
only
not only,
even more
only
serious problem. Serious
yeah,
problems are
that is
even
not in
here in
only in
Dehradun. There
Uttarakhand,
is a
all
serious
it is
problem.
Himalaya.
It is not only higher Himalayas. It is all over the Himalayas. And whenever
Yeah,
this happens, you have to let it happen. That's all you can do.
that's it.
Hands off. You take your hands off and let things happen. There is nothing else. There is no point spending too much money
But
on it.
but but sir, we also need the development, and if
No,
you
no, I
want
know.
to
I
do the
understand that. I
development,
said that there is a population growth. Whenever such things happen, you rehabilitate people into some other safer places. That's all. You
right,
can do.
sir.
Nothing else. Nothing else. You need development for sure. You need roads. You need electricity. But whenever these things happen, you rehabilitate people, relocate people. That's all you can do.
That's
There is no geological solution to this.
right.
You can't stop earthquake. You cannot stop flood. I think that's all I have to say.
Yeah. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Anyone else? Okay, if not, then I would like to thank Dr. Dobhal on behalf of this SGTSGI committee. And thank you very much, sir, again for
Thank you.
taking
Thank you. Thank
taking
you.
your time out on a Saturday afternoon and enlighten us with your wisdom.
Yeah.
And thank you everyone for joining this afternoon. And I will send you the notification for the next meeting for March pretty soon. Thank you very much.
Thank you
And
very
Bye.
much. Thank you, everyone.
Bye.
thank you, Santanu, and thank you, Jyotirmani, giving me this opportunity to have a good discussion with the geologist also, structural geologist also.
Yeah.
I have also learned a lot of things from you also. Okay,
Thank you
thank
very
you.
much, sir.
Thank you.
All
Thank you,
right.
sir.
We'll
Stay
be in
safe.
touch.
Thank you, sir.
Thank you.
Thank
Bye.
you.
Bye.